following is a commercial presentation on behalf of Vision Cruise.
Cruise Show. I'm Carly and this is John. Well, thank you for joining us today. I'm sure you'll be glad that you did, because we have got some wonderful itineraries in store for you today with MSC Cruises. Now, if you've cruised with MSC before, you'll know it's a cruise like no other. They've got a Mediterranean flair, beautiful interiors, and travelling to some wonderful destinations as well. And on today's show, we are looking at sailings out of the UK, because it's the first time next year that the MSC Magnifica will be sailing out of Southampton. So we've got some incredible deals for balcony staterooms as well. But first of all, to tell us a little bit more about MSC Cruises, it's the cruise man himself, Mr. John Cooper.
Thanks very much indeed, Carly. Well, MSC Cruises are absolutely wonderful. If you've never been on a cruise holiday before, get yourself ready. You're in for an adventure. Strap yourself in, because they are absolutely wonderful. They have everything you could possibly want. The minute you step on board, you feel as though you're on holiday. They have wonderful shows. The food is incredible. The service levels, well, yeah, you know, it's a holiday like you've never had before. Do you know what? I was in a cab last night talking to a taxi driver, and it's funny though, and he said to me, do you know what, he said, we went on a cruise a couple of years back. He said, I wasn't keen on going, to be honest with you, but he said, wow, the wife talked me into it. We had a great time, fantastic, and now it's all we ever do. And that's the way it is. That's the way it is. And MSC, do you know, they're pampering to our tastes in the UK. They're sailing from the UK, so they're pampering to our tastes. Yes, the MSC Magnifica is coming to Southampton. And it's all the extra little glamour and things that they do. They say, yes, home of tea, yes. And it's Yorkshire tea. It's Yorkshire tea. You know, it's that Yorkshire tea. Amazing spa centres. They're wonderful. You'll see some of them in a few minutes' time. Live Premier League football in the sports bar. You'll see the sports bar in a few minutes' time. Crafted beers. Yeah, all the British beers. Newcastle Brown Ale. British Sunday roast on a Sunday. You know, all the stuff that, you know, outstanding entertainment, tribute acts, including British stand-up comedy. You know, it's all been done for you. You know, it's going to be a home from home. And that is what is so good about MSC Cruises. From the moment you step on board, you are going to love every single minute of a truly inspirational holiday of a lifetime.
Well, we're going to start out with a cruise around Northern Europe in October next year. You know what that means. Deposit only today will secure this cruise holiday for you. And of course, we are going on the MSC Magnifica out of Southampton. So let's join John now for a little look around.
Well, here I am at the very heartbeat of the ship, the atrium. Reception's behind me, and then as you go up, it is absolutely gorgeous. The spiral staircases, there's a piano over there, and of an evening, it's such a relaxing place. Also, this is where I've just picked up my Daily Times, and this tells me what's happening around the ship, where and when. This is normally put in your bedroom just before you go to bed of an evening, so you'll know what's happening the next day. Do you know, when you look around the ship, it truly is Magnifica. Well, we've made it on board, and of course, it's the law of the sea. We've come to the buffet. Now, if you like pizza, I'm reliably informed this is some of the best pizza at sea. Gosh, it looks tempting. Oh, there's another one coming out now. Here we go. Whoa. You see, whatever sort of stateroom you choose with MSC, you're going to get great value for money. But for me, a balcony has it all, because when you pull into a port like we're in today in Barcelona, you've got the whole of the city skyline behind you. I can see the Sacred Familiar Church from here. I can see the Olympic Stadium, Montjuic, from my very own balcony. You see, that's the advantage of it all. But whatever you choose, I know you'll find it great value for money. Well, this is the indoor solarium and it is absolutely lovely. There's the bubbling hot tubs there, there's a lovely heated pool here, and of course there's alfresco dining all around us. Plus, there's the ice cream. It's award-winning too, and there's so much of it to choose from. I think I'll go and have a little look. Well, there's so many kids clubs here on MSC, where from when they're very small to well they're very cool. Now I could be at the cool disco next door for all the cool teens, or I could be having a great time with Mr. Lego here and the MSC mascots. Where would you rather be? Now you may spend absolute fortunes joining gym clubs and all that sort of thing, and they're great. I too waste a lot of money on them. But do you know what? It's better when you get them for free. And also, you don't get views like this from any gym I know. Yeah, it really is good. And you know, the whole atmosphere on board, I say the minute you walk on board, you feel as though you're going on holiday. Now, this is a holiday going on the 1st of October around Europe next year. Deposit only. You're going to be going for 7 nights. Now, you turn up at Southampton. Now, first of all, before we start, I'm going to give you free car parking at Southampton. No, I won't hear anything of it. I'm going to give you free car parking at Southampton. So, you'll pull up at Southampton. They'll take your luggage and your keys. You'll saunter on board. You'll go to the buffet. Everybody does. Then when you get to your stateroom, your luggage will be there. We're going to cruise out from Southampton, and our first port of call is Le Havre in France. Now, this is where you can go to Paris for the day. And I'm thinking, wow, the Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe, the Champs-Élysées, and all those sort of places. And then we're into Zeebrugge. Now, from here you go to Bruges for the day, and it's just so chocolate box gorgeous. It really is. Then we're into Amsterdam. When we get to Amsterdam, we're going to be overnighting here, so you're going to get 2 full days. So that gives you time to go and see Anne Frank's house and go to the different museums. Maybe take a canal tour. They have a hop on, hop off canal tour, and of course Amsterdam overnight, legendary. And where the ship pulls in, it's right in the heart of Amsterdam as well. Then we're off into Hamburg. Do you know what I'm thinking here? I'm thinking of all the beer gardens and the sausages, and oh, it's going to be good, that isn't it? And then we're back into Southampton. Now, you look at this price here, and that would be a good price for an inside stateroom, wouldn't it? It would, 7 nights away on a ship like this. You saw what, all the extras that they're added in for a balcony. It's for a balcony. Now, if you've cruised before, you'll know what exceptional value for money that is. You saw me standing on my balcony in Barcelona, with Montjuic over there and the Sacred Familiar Church over there. And remember, when you get into Amsterdam, you're right in the heart of Amsterdam. I'm going to tell you, Amsterdam is very flat, so you've got some of the best views in the city. You really have. This is what's so really good about it. And, as you're cruising out of these places, everyone's standing at the side waving, and you can wave back. And do you know what I like as well? I like sitting there of a morning, having a cup of coffee, because there's tea and coffee making facilities in the room, having a cup of coffee on my balcony, obviously, watching everyone get, as the ship docks in, and all the coaches coming to go on all the excursions, and and all the guys working hard to tie the ship up. I love watching other people work. It's great. And then you see everyone sort of waiting for everything to happen. It's an incredible experience. And then you've got all that wonderful entertainment. You've got the wonderful services on board, and the food is just incredible. 649 for a balcony. And remember, I'm going to park your car free in Southampton. Now that, my friends, is what I call a deal.
It really is. And as John said, if you've never cruised before, now really is the time to start. And I would say this is a great taster cruise. It's 7 nights away. It gives you a chance to feel what it's like to cruise. And before you know it, you'll be booking 14 nights, 21 nights, maybe a little bit longer. Every year you'll be coming back for your cruise holiday. And with prices like that, with MSC, What are you waiting for? Get yourself on the phone. Let's have another little sail back through those details. So we're going to be sailing out from Southampton and heading for our first port of call, Le Havre. Now this is where you could head into Paris for the day, see the Eiffel Tower, the Champs-Élysées, the Louvre, maybe head up to the Sacré-Cœur. And then from there we're going to be sailing out to Zeebrugge. This way you can head to Bruges for the day, enjoy a stroll around the canals, a waffle perhaps, maybe some chocolates and perhaps a Belgian beer. Or you could even head into Brussels for the day and see some of the wonderful monuments there. Then from there we're going to be sailing on to Amsterdam, where you've got your overnight in port. You could explore the city like a local perhaps and hire a bike, or visit the windmills and the Van Gogh Museum. There is so much going on, and I would definitely recommend Anne Frank's house as well. Then from Amsterdam we're going to be sailing on to Hamburg. You can visit St Michael's Church, or the International Maritime Museum's well worth visiting as well. So many elegant buildings in this cosmopolitan city. You are not going to be short of things to do. Then from there we're going to be sailing you back into Southampton, and all of that from fares of £649 per person for a balcony stateroom. Unbelievable value, and you've got your free port parking in Southampton as well. Everything's thought of. All you've got to do is pick up the phone and dial the number. It's 0800 655 6449. Well, we're going to move on to our next itinerary now, and this is visiting some wonderful ports, maybe places you wouldn't think of to go that are pretty close to home as well. And of course, we are back on board the Magnifica, so let's have another little look around.
Yeah, she really is a superb shop. I say, we went to film this in Barcelona at the beginning of the year, and you know, I just felt so at home. The atrium here, those glass things, they change all the time, changing colours, and you can see there's a grand piano there, and they have musicians there all the time. The buffet is absolutely incredible. They say they make the best pizzas at sea, and I wasn't seeing anyone arguing. Do you know what I mean? It was like, we really did enjoy it. The buffet, by the way, is only open 20 hours a day. 20 hours a day. Look at the staterooms. Look how comfortable they are. Remember, we've got tea and coffee making facilities in the Magnifica next year, so you're gonna, you know, and it's Yorkshire tea. You know, it's not like the tea that you haven't heard of. You know, it's proper Yorkshire tea. These are lovely. There's indoor and outdoor pools, and those jacuzzis just to bubble away and enjoy. I love them. I do. Do you know, they've thought of everything. There's the gym that you saw me sort of pounding away in. It's great. It really is. And there is so much included in the price of your holiday. I think if you've never been on a cruise holiday, this is what you forget. Like the shows every night, they're all included. The great food. And on some nights on an MSC Cruises, you get 7-course evening meals. I mean, it's just this is the sports bar where, remember, they've got Premiership football. It's Sky Sports and BT Sports in there as well. 10-pin bowling. Who'd have thought you could do in that? You know, they've got the kids clubs, and the kids clubs are free. You know, when you go to on a lot of these hotels, you have to pay extra for the kids clubs, don't you? No, it's all included. There is so much going on. You get like a daily newspaper every day showing you what's happening around the ship and what time we're, the water aerobics of a morning. Oh, you couldn't keep me out of that. All those sort of things. It's a lot of fun. And these bars every evening, they have like different themes going on in each bar. It really is. Look, you can see that set up for a trio there, can't you? It really, you know, these are the sort of things. This is the dining room. They have the buffet, but look, the main dining room is incredible. And, you know, as I say, some nights 7-course meals. They do have specialty restaurants as well. If you fancy some, you know, Oriental food as well, you can do. They're the specialty restaurants. They do have a small cover charge, but, you know, it's nothing compared to what you pay on land. And I think, you know, if you're on holiday, it's lovely. Look at the atrium. Now look at this. Look at the theatre. Look at the size of the theatre. And the wonderful shows that you'll be seeing every single day. And it's all included in the price. I mean, how much does a West End ticket cost these days? Yeah. This is going on board the MSC Magnifica. We're going around Europe once again on the 4th of June for 10 nights. Now, this is school holiday times in certain parts of the UK. I know that. Now, we're going to be starting off in Southampton. Now, once again, now, don't argue with me. I'm going to cover your car parking charges. They're covered. We're going to cruise out from Southampton. Our first port of call is Le Havre in France. Once again, maybe go to the Normandy beaches here. This is lovely. And you know, the countryside around here is lovely. I'm thinking maybe Honfleur. Try the Calvador. Oh, that's gorgeous. Then we're up to Scotland, to Invergordon. This is where you can go and see the Loch Ness Monster. Oh, yes, it's all up there. Then we're into Edinburgh, Holyrood Castle, the Royal Mile. It's such a beautiful and compact city, Edinburgh, as well. You really will enjoy that. And then we're into the heart of Northumberland. Yes, Newcastle. And do you know what? You maybe want to go on a Newcastle FC stadium tour because it's called the Toon because they're in the middle of the town. Then we're across to Amsterdam, where we're going to overnight. So, yeah, you've got your 2 full days here in Amsterdam once again to really explore. And I say, where the ship pulls in, it's right in the heart of the city centre, right next to the railway station. So, you know, you can't get any more city centre than that. And there's so much going on in Amsterdam. You will love it. Then finally, we're into Hamburg. Do you know what? There's a great museum here for toys and model railways, which you'll really love. You know, if you're like me, oh, give me my cap and me whistle and I'm off. It's great. You've seen the price here? $799. $799. Come here. It's for a balcony. That is for a $799 for 10 nights in a balcony. With all that wonderful food, the great fabulous entertainment, the wonderful ports of call you're going to be going to. I'm going to be paying for your car parking in Southampton. I mean, that's worth 100 quid of anyone's money. That's worth 100 quid of anyone's money. It really is. There's the great entertainment. There's the food. Remember, 7-course evening meals on some nights. 7 courses. On an average night, it's just a 5. And then there's the buffet, open 20 hours a day. And you know what? They sort of theme the buffet. It's great the way they do this. Of a morning, obviously, it's all breakfasty stuff. And then as it gets towards lunchtime, all the pizzas come out and all that sort of thing. And, you know, all the salads and all, you know, there's lots of other stuff as well. And then as it gets in towards the evening, after evening meals over and done with, they start bringing out to like sandwiches, you know, like deli sandwiches. You know those sandwiches, so those sandwich shops that you go to these days, you know, like the ones that sound further underground. You know what I mean. They start making all those sandwiches, and you just go up and tell, yeah, I'll have with this, please. And they just make it for you there. And then there you go. It is fabulous. And I tell you what, if you've got kids, they will love every single minute of it. People are often frightened about going with kids. Don't be. I tell you now, they will have the time of their life. And I tell you what, wait till you see the kids' prices up to the age of 17 from 99 quid.
Well, you can't argue with that, can you? This is an incredible cruise, and something I loved doing when I was working on the ships was visiting places in Britain. Because yes, you could jump in the car and drive to Invergordon, whether you're on the south coast of England or on the west coast of Scotland. But travelling in the car, travelling on the train, travelling by coach, it's not as nice as travelling in the luxury of an MSC cruise, is it? You've got the swimming pools, you've got the entertainment, you've got all your food included. You can't beat cruising around these wonderful destinations. Let's have another little sail back through those details. So we're going to be sending you out from Southampton and heading for Le Havre. There are so many places to visit from here. You could go to Paris, you could go to Normandy or one of the nearby French villages and perhaps enjoy some nice French cuisine while you're there. Then from there we are into Invergordon. Now when I was there, I did a rib tour from here. It was fantastic. I saw things like porpoises. Haggis. Now yes, now you're talking. You've got to have haggis while you're there. There was lots of birds to see, so if you're a keen bird watcher, that's definitely worth doing. Tatties. And you get to enjoy a dram of whiskey afterwards.
And your tatties.
Yes.
Neeps and tatties.
Neeps and tatties. Then we're into South Queensbury. This is for Edinburgh. You could stroll around the castle or the lovely shopping streets, and the zoo is well worth a visit as well. Then from there we're into Newcastle. Great shopping opportunities in this friendly city. At the Metro Centre, you could head there for the day. Then from there we are into Amsterdam. You've got your overnight in port, stroll along the narrow canals or head into the Dutch countryside. Before we take you to Hamburg. This is where you could visit perhaps the local fish market. Go and explore around there and take a stroll around the canals there as well before we sail you back into Southampton. And those fares were from just $7.99 per person for a balcony stateroom, and you've got your free port parking. Just think of all the things that are included in that wonderful price, and then stop thinking. Just do it. Get yourself on the phone. It's 0800 655 6449. Well, this next itinerary, we are taking you around the Mediterranean, back on board the Magnifica. So let's rejoin John for a little look around.
Well, you know, when you've been working out in the gym and you've been relaxing at the spa and bubbling away, maybe having some treatments, you then want to be regenerated. And this is where this comes in. It's a wonderful experience. It's the spa bar where they have some wonderful drinks. Things like we can do deep cleansing, total relaxation, ultimate youth, purity and beautiful skin. Well, I do have most of that anyway, but do you know what? I'll go for ultimate youth. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, thank you very much. Now, this is the Berry Berry Bliss. It's strawberries, pomegranate syrup, cranberry juice. It's going to make me young again. Thank you very much indeed. But, well, cheers. Feel 21 again already. Do you know what? Even if you're a major sports fan, you won't miss a moment of anything. They've got Sky Sports on board. Do you know, when you get to bars like this, it's great because it's a specialty coffee bar, coffee and chocolates. And my goodness, they've got all the usual stuff like the lattes and things that you like, but also they've got frozen coffee delights. Things like vanilla chocolate cappuccino, which sounds gorgeous, caramel coffee frost. And then there's the chocolate ones like classic chocolate, chocolate zero. I think I'll go for the chocolate zero because that sounds as though it could be slimming. Do you know, this is the main restaurant and it is absolutely wonderful, as you can see. All set up for main service. Now tonight, there's just the 7 courses, obviously. I can't take all that. Cut out the salad and the soup, shall we? And we'll carry on. You know, standing on top deck here of MSC Magnifica, it's not hard to see why so many people love her time and time again. There's the wonderful pools areas here. There's the wonderful facilities for the children that they'll just fall in love with. There's the wonderful food, of course. There's the fabulous theatres, the comfortable staterooms, the marvellous areas around the ship where there's music emanating all through the night. And of course, there's the friendly crew just wanting to help you. Everything that they can do for you, they certainly do. They say it's a cruise like no other, and no matter where you go on the MSC Magnifica, I think you'll find it's a holiday like no other as well. Gorgeous. You will absolutely love it. Now, this is a Mediterranean cruise. It's going on the 22nd of October, which is half term in a lot of areas, and this is going for 9 nights. We're starting in Southampton. And we're going to cruise out from Southampton, and our first port of call is Le Havre in France. This is where, once again, you can have a look around Le Havre, which is lovely. The Normandy beaches there, or go to Paris for the day. Do you know, the choices there are incredible. Then we're into Portugal, to Lectures in Portugal. This is where you go to a Porto for the day, see where all the port's made, and it's absolutely gorgeous there. From there, we're cruising into the capital of Portugal, Lisbon. This is where you get the little yellow trams. The number 28 takes you all round. Or you get the hop-on, hop-off tour bus. I'll do that. It's a little less crowded. Then we're into Cadiz. It's lovely, Cadiz. It's one of the oldest ports in the world. But from here, you can also go to Seville for the day and also to Jerez, see how they make the sherry. Then we're into Barcelona. Well, you saw me on my balcony in Barcelona on the ship. You could be doing exactly the same. Exactly the same. You might want to get off the ship and go into Barcelona, though. It's up to you. And then we're into Marseille. There's the oldest city in France, the second largest city in France. The shopping is incredible. And then finally, we're into Italy, to Genoa in Italy. Unfortunately, that's where it all comes to an end. We take you back to the airport, fly you back to the UK. We're going to fly you back into London. This price here is for a balcony. And that includes your return flight and your transfers from the ship to the airport as well. Now, I know what you're going to say. Whoa, hang on a minute, John. Stop right there. I started off in Southampton and all of a sudden you've dumped me back at London Airport. What are we going to do here? Well, what you can do is, and what I would do is I'd park your car at the airport and then you get the train or the bus straight down to Southampton, and then when you fly back in, your car's waiting for you. You see, I've got it all planned. I can organise your life for you. 949, we've got terrific kids prices on this as well. If you want to do it for the half term, remember, this is for a balcony. We're not talking inside or ocean views. We're talking balcony here. If you want it, dial that number right now. You don't want to miss out.
If you're wondering whether or not to take children on a cruise, I'm going to say to you now, as a parent, do it, because they will have the time of their life, and while they're busy having fun, you can relax and have your own fun. Let's have a little sail back through those details. So we're going to be sending you out from Southampton and heading for Le Havre. If you've already visited Paris, why not take a trip to Normandy or Honfleur or Rouen and definitely enjoy some lovely seafood while you're there. Then from there we're sailing on to Lexus for Oporto in Portugal, a beautiful city famous for its port wine, and there's so much to see and do while you're there. Then our next protocol will be Lisbon, the Portuguese capital. It's got a lovely Mediterranean feel and main square with great food and shopping opportunities. Then we're into Cadiz. You could soak up the history in nearby Seville while you're there. Before we arrive into Barcelona, I would definitely recommend doing the hop-on, hop-off bus while you're there. Great way to get around, see sites like Las Ramblas, then hop back on the bus and head for the next one. Then from there we're sailing into Marseille, one of the oldest cities in France awaits you, and it's not hard to see why it's inspired artists for centuries. Then our final protocol will be Genoa. If you have the time there, maybe walk around the old port and find some of the lovely restaurants and the largest aquarium in Europe. John will be there.
No, we won't.
And then from Genoa, we're going to be flying you back to the UK, and all of that from just £949. Get yourself on this cruise, and in a balcony stateroom, it's 0800 655 6449. But from myself and from John, it's time for us to go. We'll see you again here on The Cruise Show.
Yeah, and don't forget, carry on cruising with MSC. You're going to love every moment of it. Carry on cruising.
You've been watching a commercial presentation on behalf of Vision Cruise.